guys, miss you in class. Just wanted to share a little quick core routine. You can fit it in with some of your agility workouts. You can do it after a run, after a walk, or completely on its own, maybe 10-15 minutes max. Provides you a little bit more of a bonus workout if you want it to be. So all you need is a mat and your body. So core on the floor, here we go. Starting with a little warm up, feet flat, hands behind your head, head pushing back lightly. I just want you to start to fold up into a crunch. So remember, with warm up, we're trying to prepare our body for a little bit more effort coming. And in that preparation, you're heating up some of the tissues in your back, putting a little bit more emphasis into your breath. As you're lifting up and down, I want you to feel as if you're starting to close your ribs in toward your waist. And with that flexion, a little exhalation on the up. Let's do just a couple more up the center. Kind of getting things ready for more effort and stability. Cross one side over, then switch to the other. So we're not going to do a ton of these, even though it's really nice for aesthetic reasons. Not really functional in how we move our body, since your core's primary purpose is to provide stability and efficient transmission of force from your limbs or working as a system. Let's do a couple more each side. Last two. Then go ahead and release it down. Pull one knee at a time into your chest. Drop your arms down by your sides, and I want you to hug your blades onto your back ribs. Start to pull your knees to your chest. And as you do that, you're going to just lightly tuck your hips off the floor. So really minimal reverse flexion or reverse curl. You can add a little bit of pressure from your hands just to engage more of your lats. And again, your head is staying nice and neutral, so there's no hyperextension of your cervical spine. And just like that crunch, I want you to exhale and that curl in. Let's just do 4 more. Then we're going to add a little bit more range. Tuck it in, hold it there, extend your legs, roll all the way down from your pelvis and let your legs extend down. Repeat that, curl in, extend the legs, roll down. Repeat that a little bit faster. Last 3. One more time. Then I want you to go ahead and help yourself forward and up. Turn over onto your belly. Create a nice long line of your spine. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders. Create a little bit of a cricket wing with your elbow, and relaxed from your glutes, I want you to start to press up to a cobra and roll back down. So again, a little bit of more mobilization. Not a lot of activity from your back. A little bit more from just a front body stretch, almost like what we were doing with the crunches for your back. Let's do a few more of these. So getting more of that extension, especially from the lumbar spine. A little bit more of an anterior glide of that lumbar vertebra. Can't trust the beat of the music to stay consistent. Let's see if I can pick it back up here. One more time. Then going into a little bit more stability, I want you to go ahead and relax your chest down, lift your legs up off the floor, feel like you're sucking in or creating a hollow belly. Then I want you to extend your arms forward. So you're in a modified Superman here, just a light lift off the floor. You're gonna start to flutter your arms and legs, little Superman swimmer. And I want you to focus on pulling that belly up, creating a little bit more of an external brace to kind of squeeze around your torso like a corset. And every time you breathe in, I want you to feel that breath push against that brace. The neck is nice and long, so the head's in alignment with the spine. And your glutes are starting to become more active. Lift a little bit higher, but don't lose that feeling in your belly, that hollow belly feel. Let's do 8 more counts here. 7, 5, and then gently release it. So now we're gonna move into more stabilization. I want you to come to your forearms, come to your toes, or if this is a little bit too much pressure into your back, you can always modify onto your knees. But it's that same hollow body feel, only now I want you to protract or push your shoulder blades forward so it feels like you're driving your forearms into the ground. And with that same external brace or that cinching of the corset, I want you to breathe into that bracing. Start to fire your glutes a little bit more and drive your hips forward, simultaneous of that forearm press. So a nice stable plank, not really functional though, since our bodies are meant to move. I want you to take your right hand to the floor, walk up your left hand, walk back down your right forearm and your left forearm. Now do that with a little bit more tempo. So up, up, down, down. All the while in this shift up to high plank and shift down to low plank, you're really focused on keeping your torso solid and that same bracing in. Let's do 2 more. Totally don't know how many I've done on this side. Let's see if I can match it. At the bottom, switch to your left arm lead. So there's a little bit of rocking from side to side, but you're trying to minimize an excessive amount. Let's do a couple more here. And then hold it at the top. I want you to bring one knee to your chest. Push it all the way back. Bring the other knee to the chest. Push it back. Do that a little bit faster. Pull. Starting to feel it now. Used to watching form when I'm teaching instead of just doing. This is hard. 8, 7, 6. Same idea with that bracing of that external core and the breath into that bracing. Hold that high plank. Re-engage the protraction. Re-engage the hip extension. Take one hand, tap the opposite shoulder. Switch sides. Switch sides. Now do that same thing a little bit faster. Tap. Tap. 6, 5. All the while still focused on that solid brace and that breath into the brace. Now hold the hands out or hold the hands down and just start to jack your feet out in it. Four, 3, 2, find child's pose, because I need it. Into this long arm reach here, you can feel a length all the way from your waist and that hip position where your lats attach, out through your shoulders. Bring yourself back to that forearm or low plank. And since our limbs work together, arms and legs, versus in separation of where we just were, I want you to find that same bracing, press the shoulder blades, lift one foot. Find a square shoulder to hip position. Take the opposite arm to that leg lift, reach forward. 4 more counts of holding. 3, 2, reset your center. Again, protraction, hip extension. Find the opposite leg lifting and extend the opposing arm. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, one more time, reset. So things are a little bit easier when we're not moving so dynamically. Let's try that again, simultaneous arm and leg in opposition. Switch sides. All the while still focused on that bracing. Switch. One more time. Gently release. This time come to a seat. Can you see my veins popping out? So instead of being in a crunch position now, I want you to press the small of your back into the floor. Find that leg extension where you feel that plant or that imprint of the small of your back. That external core brace, that hollow belly feel. Your arms can extend forward. They can cross above your chest for a little bit more load. Come behind your head for some neck support, or extend all the way out. Whatever your choice of position, I want you to focus on that external brace and the breath of the diaphragm into that bracing. So hollow body hold. If your low back is starting to come off the floor, you can always soften your knees, take some of that pressure out, bring your legs a little bit higher. You have 8 more counts of holding. Maybe it's starting to feel a little bit more in through that torso, that solid side. Take a break when you need to. Hug one knee into your chest, hover the opposite leg. So we have that same imprint in the low back. Just took some pressure off the support or the need for support. Switch sides. So now we're getting into a little bit more of how we work as humans. This opposing rotation of the pelvis. Switch sides. Switch sides again. So notice I'm hanging onto one knee. That aids just a little bit more in that hip flexion. We're going to change that after this next one. Take your hands behind your head, bring the opposing elbow across. Switch sides once again. Now instead of going so slow, start to bicycle it out. So just switching from side to side. All the while, again, same principles apply. You're really focused on that centering, keeping everything as neutral from one side to the other as possible. Let's go 8 more. 7. 4. 2. That's it. Relax your feet back down to the ground, just like we started, but with your arms at your sides. I want you to find a reverse crunch or an extension coming up to a bridge. So when you're in this position right here, I want you to make sure you're not overextending from your back. You feel that same hollowing of your belly, but the drive is really from the pelvis. The lats, just like we did before, into that reverse curl, are engaged with the arm to the hand press. Then I just want you to go ahead and roll back down. Do that same bridge in 2 counts. Up 2, down 2. So we started with a little mobility and warm up. Then we went to a gentle stability training, which was in plank mostly, a little hollow body hold. Getting all planes of motion. And now we're finishing up with a little bit more mobility again, just to reset things. Let's do one more. As you come all the way down, I want you to take your left ankle, cross over your right knee, take your right foot out to the right side of your mat, and then rotate your legs off to the left so it allows your pelvis and also with your femurs to rotate in opposition, kind of getting extension of your right, a little bit of flexion of your left, but more importantly, it pulls into the whole lateral / oblique area. Take that same right arm to the right leg and reach so you're finding more length from your right knee to your right fingers. As you unravel from this, bring your right arm down, walk your right foot back in, rotate the legs back to center, uncross the left foot, recross the right. Once again, rotate this time to the right, so you're allowing your left leg to work into more extension. Sweep your left arm up by your left ear, and again, create a little bit more length across the left obliquities. And again, unravel from this. Walk that left foot in. Help yourself forward and up. And that's all it takes. What, 15 minutes? Have fun, you guys. Hope to see you soon. Miss you.